Hey everybody, I'm Andrew.
And I'm David.
And we're going to review the new Now You See Me trailer, the trailer number 2. We didn't review the last trailer, but we're catching up. And we're going to check out this new Lewis Leader film.
How do you pronounce it? Late
I have no idea. I was going to ask you.
So the director is the same director as The Incredible Hulk and the Transporter, the first Transporter.
The first two.
And he did Clash of the Titans.
Yeah. So he's a visual guy, definitely. And I think that's pretty interesting that he did the Incredible Hulk. He directed Edward Norton, The Incredible Hulk, and here he's directing the new Hulk, Mark Ruffalo.
That's true.
Kind of interesting.
So we open up in Vegas here. We're at a magic show, and we got 4 magicians: Jesse,
the 4
Eisenberg,
horsemen.
Isla Fisher. That's not a magician, wait.
But this guy, I gotta tell you, every time, and he was in the last trailer too. He's the dude who's like pulling off the main stunt. Every time I see this guy, I'm like, oh my god, Jeffrey Dean Morgan or Robert Downey Jr. is in this movie.
It does look like Robert Downey Jr.
I don't know who he is.
So he has something on his head. We don't know enough about, like, maybe he thinks he's in virtual reality. Because, like, the other question is, does he actually transport? Kind of like the Prestige. Like, is he actually being cloned? Spoilers.
A lot of people are saying that this is reminding them of the Prestige. And beyond just the Michael Caine inclusion of the trailer.
Oh, yeah, Michael Caine's in this.
It definitely feels like there's magic. Is this magic, or is it like science, or
which I think we'll analyze as we go. I love The Prestige forever. I just think it's one of Nolan's like best movies. Yeah. I've watched it over and over, and I think this kind of feels like The Italian Job meets Prestige. It's almost like
comparison. That's a really good comparison, actually. Yeah, because it has the slickness, not just the modern day feel, but the slickness of The Italian Job. Another Michael Caine thing. Of course, he was in the original The Italian Job. So, Isla Fisher, right there. The 4 horsemen are made up by...
So she's also saying, like, everyone in this theater has been affected by poverty or, like, hard economic recession. So I feel like this is sort of like Robin Hood magician thing. Like, are they stealing from the rich to give to the poor?
My question is, I know Oprah did that, right? She gets like...
yeah, she gives out brand new cars to all new
you get a car and you get a car. I really want to see Isla Fisher saying, and you get a few dollars and you get a few dollars. But how do they know that about everybody? Do they have a sign that says...
I think it's more like, maybe it's just because everyone in the audience normally would be poor, because, the 1% or something.
A famous Vegas show?
True, I don't know them.
Okay, all right. I don't know either. All right, so here are the 4 horsemen. We have Jesse Eisenberg, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, who's kind of hot, up-and-comers in 21 Jump Street.
That's James Franco's brother.
Yeah. And then the dude that I don't like,
Woody Harrelson.
No, I'm just joking. He's fine. He's okay.
So also the youngest seems to be the leader. I mean, Jesse seems like he's the youngest of the 4.
This is doing a pretty good job at making Jesse Eisenberg seem like a really cool guy, which is kind of against type.
Also notice, like, Morgan's just the only one sitting. What's that about? He's not surprised. He knows what's up.
So is he kind of doing the Michael Caine role in The Prestige? Is he like their manager?
I feel like, I don't know if he works with them or against them.
I'm not sure.
It also looks like foreign money. Look, that's not American money. That's like red and blue money.
Well, they did go into a Paris bank, so
true.
I assume that had something to do with it. Yeah. Isla Fisher. Thank you.
Yeah, this is definitely not American
I'm
money.
not very good at pronouncing names. Anyway, Lewis Leader, the director.
Morgan is not impressed.
Yeah, so my initial impression of the first trailer was, hey, that looks like a fun kind of Showtime movie you watch late on Sunday, whatever. After this trailer, I might have to catch this in theaters, to be completely honest, because around like the minute 18 mark in this trailer, once it goes with that percussion music, this trailer completely sold me. It just turned into a cool piece of art in of itself.
I also noticed that, like, the Morgan Freeman narration is so much like the Oblivion narration. It's just sort of like, I'm gonna sit in a room and discuss the hero.
Do you really know what's going on?
Yeah, it's the mystery of mystery people. Yeah.
Oh, go back, because that was one of my favorite actors right now, Michael Kelly. He is in
House of Cards?
House of Cards, yeah, he's in House of Cards. He was in Dawn of the Dead. It's so hard to tell him in Dawn of the Dead with his mustache and everything. But he's also going to be in Man of Steel coming up. This movie, though, has taken an interesting turn, apparently, because originally they were going to have Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jim Carrey, Hugh Grant, Sacha Baron Cohen, and Isla Fisher's husband. Isla Fisher's husband. And Colin Firth were going to be the leads. It was going to be a bunch of older guys.
Yeah, Colin Firth makes sense.
He just seems like he'd be a part of this kind of movie. I agree. Yeah. You know who else seemed like they should be in this movie? Olivia Wilde. Like, for some reason, after when I first saw the second trailer, I was like, oh, I didn't see Olivia Wilde in it. I was like, oh, she's not in the movie. Why would she be in the movie? But she's in every movie, and it turns out she auditioned for a role in the movie. Anyway, that aside.
Wait, can we go back? I want to go back.
Okay.
Did you see? Look, the chair's spinning.
Yeah, I
How
think
is she
they're
doing
all,
that?
I think that's probably one of those set pieces where they're all like kind of looking at each other's thing.
Yeah.
And
So that's another like mystery. Like, what is she, a psychic, or like, can she? Maybe she. Yeah, who knows?
who knows? But it is interesting. Like, I think that's the biggest mystery of the movie. If they're completely doing this somehow legitimately, or if
Or if it's like they're all X-Men with mutant powers, or if it's like
it seems like that
maybe
was
they
common.
all like exposed to radiation. I don't know. That's great. I love that scene. Like,
That jump, yeah, it's an interesting jump. Yeah,
look, frame by frame, he actually puts it on his hand. So it's no CGI at all. He totally does like a sleight of hand.
well, I think it's
Bam.
There's probably
I
some
guess
CG
it could be, but
component
like
to it.
it it's not like it appears out of nowhere. It like
Yeah.
actually happens.
It's a very good effect.
And we got the Pepsi endorsement, so we know which product this movie wants for its preferred cola. Look at the Hulk. He's so angry.
You don't want to get him angry. Wouldn't that be great if he just bursted green and like smashed his face in? So this is when the trailer kicks in. I really dig it right now. It's just really cool. The pacing's really great. I know this isn't really
And here's where it
about
gets
the movie, but
Inception-y. Like we're just
Yeah.
like Inception, so you should see this movie also.
that's so
cool.
cool. That is so cool. And Melanie Laurent's going to be in this. Interesting side note. They were throwing a card. Who has the world record for card throwing? Do you
Lance
know?
Armstrong.
No.
No.
He tried, but he cheated. The world record holder for throwing a card, if I know this, I think I do, it's Ricky Jay from Mammoth's movies and like Paul Thomas Anderson's movies. Also a magician. Yeah. Also narrated the Brothers Bloom. Anyway, pretty cool.
So that's like an electronic card. Everything seems to be science so far, right? Like that seems like
I
they're
don't know.
not
They
magic.
do turn into money at the very
So you
end
think
of the
they're using
trailer.
magic or science here?
I have no idea.
See,
to be
that's the
honest.
mystery.
To be
Also, in
honest.
the narration, they keep around like 201. He starts talking about like the big trick. Like, what are they gonna do for this? Like,
It is.
obviously, they're talking about like some sort of climactic moment.
That's such a beautiful shot in the trailer too.
Yeah.
I really.
That's
Another
the prestige.
kind of moment, but it does seem like the big trick is leading up to this whole encounter.
Every
right
light
here.
is like blue. It's like just blue, blue, blue.
And this shot in particular is in the first trailer. Only in the first trailer, they actually dive out much further. They probably didn't have the effect of them turning into money finished by that time.
So is she turning?
But just to get down to brass tacks, the writers of this seems like a big spinny kind of movie. So it really, more so than even the director, maybe it comes down to the writing. The writer, there are three writers, Ed Solomon, who wrote Bill and Ted 1 and 2, Men
Yeah.
in Black,
Which
and
is totally
Super Mario
similar.
Brothers.
Oh God.
I like all of those movies, even Super Mario Brothers. I don't care what you say.
I get Boaz Yakin.
Yep, he did Prince of Persia,
which is
and
nothing
Safe.
like this movie.
No.
So
No. And Edward Ricourt, who is a new guy. Anyway, a lot of writers, a lot of people putting their hands in the jar. Louis Leader is a filmmaker I kind of always root for, but I never really like his movies. I really didn't like Clash of the Titans. I wanted to like the Transporter movies more than I did, though the first two Transporters movies to me were far better than the third one. Incredible Hulk gets a lot of flack, rightfully so, I think, in a lot of respects.
but as a director, he knows how to entertain. So that's one thing.
He
He's
does know how to
consistent.
make a good trailer.
Yeah.
So we'll give him that. And I like the fact that he's shearing away from major blockbuster crazy fantasy things and he's kind of doing a heist film.
And this movie is not a remake or a sequel. It's it's a little bit prestige. I mean, they advertise it that way, but I feel like this is something that like we're going like an original idea.
Yeah.
At least by the trailer. Again, trailers mislead you a lot. But
It is kind of funny. We're at the point now where, and I was actually talking about this with somebody about Oblivion, where even if the movie doesn't hit all the marks and even if the movie isn't great, you still feel the need to champion it because it's not a remake or a sequel. It's kind of this sad state I feel we're in right now. But at the same time, yeah, I'm going to champion this because it looks kind of original. If not going through the motions of maybe what heist films do. We don't know. We haven't seen it. It could be something completely different. That could just be the way they're trying to sell it. either way, this cast is insane, I think.
Yeah, they got a star-studded cast here. And it's not
Melanie
like Ocean's
Laurent.
11 or Ocean's 12 where they're just like, let's just go to Europe and like hang out in the ocean or on our private yacht. This is more like we actually did some work.
Yeah.
Um,
And either way, I love this trailer. This trailer is so good. The music.
yeah, the
in
music
second
like
half,
just pops out.
fantastic.
Anything with bubbles makes a good trailer.
Right. Anything with bubbles makes
And
a
it
good
just
trailer.
brings that sense of intrigue. Just a lot of blue light over and over.
He does really like the lens flare, the blue
She
lights,
turns into
Yeah.
money. Oh, she's actually turning into money.
It's the Oz effect.
the Oz.
Oh,
effect.
that's right. The bubbles in the Oz trailer.
Yeah. So I don't know. My the pros in this, I think, I like that Louis Leader is doing something a little bit more grounded and something more provoking, thought provoking. It does look really cool. The pros for me, the trailer's fantastic. Even if the movie is kind of a stinker, I'll always remember this trailer being pretty badass.
So how would we rate this trailer as a grade? I'd give it an A-.
Give it a B plus.
Okay, cool. So what do you think? Leave some comments about what you would rate this trailer.
Yes.
Well, what do you think the movie's really about?
So yeah, all right. If you had to take a stab and say it's like there's a sci-fi
I think
element,
it's
or
it's a
there's
heist. Like we're magicians, and maybe they discovered some spy technology to like use in their magic acts, sort of a Robin Hood. We're gonna steal money from the rich. Obviously, there'd be some backstory like, oh, my father was a poor man who got screwed over by the government or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, no, that could work.
You can see
That
Jesse
could work.
Eisenberg being all like, pro or anti welfare. I don't, or what's it called? When they bail out the banks.
Create each
Oh
of the
yeah,
backstories.
yeah. Bailout.
Yeah, anti bailout. So he's like, I'm doing magic shows because I hate banks or something like that.
It's only about 5 years late for an anti-bailout kind of movie, but okay, that could work. That could work. I think they're gonna. What I'm really looking forward to seeing in this is Michael Caine being a full-on bad dude. I
Yeah.
hope this might be like an Inside Man kind of movie. I'm actually getting kind of an Inside Man feel to this, where it's just gonna be like, and the devil never knew you were there. Kind of usual suspects ending. I'm kind of hoping for. I don't know. Other than that, this could be anything. And either way, I'm going to probably wait until reviews come in before I see it. I don't know if it's sold me completely to just jumping in at first. But,
I'll see it too if it gets good
it's the way
reviews.
it is. Till next time, guys, I'm Andrew.
And I'm David.
See ya.